All right. Hey, Brian, can you see me and hear me okay?
Nope.
Yes, you can. Stop. Hey, Brian, you're on with the media here in Charlotte and around the country, I guess. So with that, guys, Brian Burns is here with us. Again, please raise your hands to ask questions. I will call on you. As soon as I see a hand go up, we'll start going through that process. Okay, we'll go to Darren Gant to start with Brian Burns.
Brian, after the progress you made over the course of last year, how much of a help is it to you having them bring in a Hassan Reddick? I mean, another guy who's put up pass rush numbers to be on the other side. How much does that help you?
It's going to help me a lot. I mean, he's going to take up a lot of attention, but we got a bunch of guys that's going to help me out. I mean, the list goes on. You know who's on the squad, but yeah, they brought in a lot of guys to help me out. We got a lot of pieces. I feel like we kind of complete now, to be honest.
How specifically does that enhance what you were able to do last year?
Because I mean, one, I think he's gonna make me go even harder because it's gonna be a little competition now in the room to who can get the sack the fastest, and also he's just gonna take a lot of attention off of me, you know, with the O-line and everything, so they just can't slide to my side or anything like that. They're gonna have to pick that poison. And then we got Daquan Jones in the inside. Derrick Brown's coming along pretty good. Morgan Fox, Boye, all these guys are going to help me out in the coverage and in the pressure stamp instance.
Nick Carboni, please.
Brian, what do you take away from the defense's performance last year, particularly at the end when it seemed like you guys started to get better, faster, more comfortable and Phil Snow's defense?
We had a lot of rookies. We had a lot of rookies that needed to step up, and they came, you know, they got better each and every week. So towards the end of the season, everything kind of came along, you feel me? But going into this season is going to be their second year. They got the first season under their belt, so they should, you know, have their feet wet. They should be fine now. So I feel like we up and running now. I don't feel like a lot of things can stop us this year.
Jonathan Alexander.
Hey, Brian, hope all is well, man. I had a couple questions for you. I know you had a procedure done this offseason. Just wondering how you feeling since then.
I'm feeling good. We're just taking it slow, you know, ain't trying to rush back too soon. But I'm feeling good, just getting my strength back. And it was something small, so I'm fine.
That was on the shoulder?
Yeah, on the shoulder.
What are your kind of expectations or hopes for this upcoming season for you now that you have a little more, when you all added a lot more pieces? You know, what do you kind of foresee yourself being able to do this year?
Personally or team-wise?
Yeah, personally.
I'm just really trying to step into this leadership role and really trying to, you know, be more vocal and everything like that. Personal stats, I keep that to myself, but hopefully I'm gonna reach all of those too. But as a defense, I just want to be completely dominant over the course of the season. So I just feel like we can really do it now.
And just a small question, did you have any thoughts on the switch to turf, from grass to turf? Like, what did you think about that?
It don't really matter to me. I play on anything.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Will Palacic and then Mike Solarte.
Hey, Brian, as far as just the kind of faith that the front office has in the building blocks like you and Jeremy, and obviously adding JC in the draft, what does that say to the faith of how you guys performed last year on defense and kind of continuing to build this unit?
I mean, you know, this is how the saying go, defense wins championships. So I feel like they're putting a lot of emphasis on it and bringing guys in like Horn and Chin and Brown and me and myself, you feel me? I feel like that's the start. That's how you're going to get to it. And hopefully we can put on a show this year with this defense that we have. I'm excited. Yeah, if you can't tell.
I say, what do you feel like your role is now? Do you feel like you're taking more of a leadership role as far as that goes? Just because I know that these guys, a lot of them are young, but a lot of these guys are also just new to the side of the football.
Yeah, towards the end of the season last year, I had to grow up. You know, even though it was my second year and I had like limited snaps my first year, but I had to grow up because I had basically a defense almost full of rookies. I think it's like 6 or 7 rookies playing at a time. So I had to grow up and kind of show them the ropes. And going into this year, like, I definitely got to have that leadership role because now we have even more rookies. But that's something that I'm going to embrace and I want to, you know, take part of. So I'm going to do it.
Hey, Brian, Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1. Good to see you again. When you look at what this team missed out on last year in terms of these workouts, how critical are these workouts now with everybody having a year under their belt and now the addition of guys like Reddick and other players? And you obviously are very pumped up about the coming season,
Yeah.
but it seems like this is only adding fuel to that fire.
Yeah, facts. Having this period, I mean, I feel like it's gonna build our chemistry even tighter. And then it's a time for them to learn the scheme, the technique, everything, so we can go into camp full stride. We don't have to go through that teaching stage anymore. So having this is definitely a benefit.
And just quickly following on that, it's more, to me, it seems like it's more than just X's and O's. It's more about you guys getting to know each other and being tighter as a family.
Yeah, we got a lot of not a lot of off time, but we got a lot of time to, hang out. And with the new additions, we got to get to know these guys, and they got to get to know us, and that helps you play for your team even more. Just getting to know that guy next to you.
Steve Reed.
Hey, Brian, you mentioned Jeremy Chin, and I guess the thought is they're going to move him to safety, and I know it's a different position than what you play, but I'm sure you've watched him on film. What are your thoughts on what would that bring to you guys if he's back there playing a different position for back in the defense?
It's just like our safety blanket. You know how the safety is the last force of the defense, basically. And I don't really feel like anything is really getting past Chin, to be honest. So having him back there, he's just like our safety blanket. Like, we know we got him over top, so he's gonna be there.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's go to Steven Toronto and Nick Carboni.
Ryan, I feel like you've started to develop a reputation as one of the best young pass rushers, defensive ends in the NFL. I know that you wanted, Pro Bowl recognition last year. What do you think, now that you're entering your third year, what do you think that next step or those next steps you need to take are toward becoming that perennial Pro Bowler, one of the best players at your position in the league?
It's just certain technique aspects that I gotta work on, but at the end of the day, I can't really control about the Pro Bowl and the All Pro and all that. All I can do is put my head down and work. So that's mainly what I'm gonna do. And then how the cards fold is how they fold.
And then real quick, if I could, 99, which was your college number, opened up after K1 left. Did you give any consideration to changing numbers, or are you happy with 53?
Yeah, I'm happy with 53.
Brian, trying to figure out how to ask this the right way. You improved your sack totals last year, and obviously you're talking about how much you want to grow. I feel like you've talked about in the past how close you get on a lot of other sacks. And I'm not sure how you can get to the quarterback any faster, but do those motivate you as much as the ones that you do get as you try and kind of bring that number up year to year?
Yeah, it's a motivation. It's like 50% motivation, like 50% heartbreak. Because knowing I missed out on a couple sacks that was in my hands. I could have been in double digits easy. But but it's just something to get better at. So just something to watch, and I could just, take those building blocks and step on those. So I could just get better at that.
Looks like we got a couple more for Brian. So let's go ahead and finish off with Joe Person and then Vashti Hurt.
Brian, how you doing, man? Wondered, of course, there have been some other camps or OTAs elsewhere where they've gotten like 50% participation, or guys only doing 2 weeks of OTAs. How were the discussions like that with you guys? And, was there part of you that wouldn't have minded, kind of getting another week off?
I don't know. I mean, as a defense, I know Shaq came to me and he was like, we all just trying to get out of the OTAs, get to know each other and go through this teaching stage. So I was all for it. I mean, I like being around the guys. I like being in the building. So it didn't bother me at all.
Hi, Brian. Thanks for your time. I was just curious what it seems like you're bigger. So I'm asking you, have you put on any weight in the off season? And if so, what has your workout regimen been?
Actually, I'm getting my weight back from the little procedure I had on my shoulder. So I dropped weight pretty low after the surgery. So I'm putting the weight back on, but I'm actually heavier than I was last year. So yes, I did get bigger.
All right, Brian, thank you so much.
Peace.